where would I like to go?
So, Rory, tell us more about you. I don't think we know all that much.
Hi, I'm Rory. I'm a scene kid with a dead sister. That's it.
Wow. Dark, dude. Do you, have a job or any hobbies?
Yeah, I work at this shitty video store, Planet VHS.
I think that's a play on a real video rental store. I definitely remember there being, one called Video Planet or something like that. Ah, man, that's a thing of the past.
We can get you any movie 6 to 12 months after its continental US release on VHS. So basically, we suck.
Any plans for college or anything?
I don't really know if college is in the cards for me.
Why do you say that?
Well, after my sister died, my parents aren't really themselves.
His mom is a leg and she got fired from 7-Eleven.
They've had a rocky relationship as it is, so I think if I left, everything would fall apart.
Oof.
That's not your job. You don't have to keep your parents together.
I don't know if that's true. I feel like I have a responsibility to them.
No, I think Alex is in the right on this one. It's not the obligation of a child to ensure that their parents are having a stable relationship.
Do either of you have jobs?
I used to deliver papers, but nothing lately.
Yeah, somebody in comments pointed out that Michael looks like, is dressed like, rather, Chris Chan, and I can't unsee it. Just replace that camera with the fucking Sonichu medallion, and it's on exactly the same clothing.
Now my dad pays me to proofread the things he writes. Oh yeah, and Alex is unemployed.
I might be able to get you a job at Planet VHS.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm good. I'm just holding out for the right job. I'm not really in a rush.
Yeah, you are. Your mom got fired.
Didn't you tell me on the way that your mom lost her job and you needed to help her out?
I think she was just saying that. But I know she wouldn't want to push me into anything I'm not ready for.
Did you go to college?
Yeah, I graduated earlier this year. I have my BLA.
He has a law degree.
Oh, so let me know if you do want that job at Planet VHS. My manager has his BLA, and the night shift manager has his DMA in dance.
I'll find something. I just need to hold out a bit longer till it feels right. When I moved from Frankton to Jet Set City to start college, I spent the whole bus ride mentally reviewing my 19 years and realizing that almost everything that had happened to me was pretty embarrassing.
Huh.
I'm not exaggerating. I didn't want to remember any of it. It was so pathetic.
Yeah, I think that's a normal way to look at, who you were in the past.
The more I thought about my life up to then, the more I hated myself.
That's not normal.
It wasn't that I hadn't been happy or hadn't enjoyed my high school experience. I can recall a handful of really great times, but if you added them up, shameful, painful memories far outnumbered the others.
Yeah, life can seem like that sometimes.
When I thought of how I'd been living, how I'd been approaching life, it was all so trite, so miserably pointless.
Uh-oh, he's breaking out the big words again.
When I made it to college, I knew this was a time for reinvention. All I needed to do was imagine the Alex I wanted to be and work towards it. Forget the old Alex and be someone worth being.
Huh.
now that I'm here, floating with you. I don't know if I was approaching life right. Did any of it really matter?
Okay, so this is totally his post-game narration because he mentioned floating with you, which will make sense.
So, Michael, are you going to college?
Yeah, I am.
You said that so somberly.
You don't sound so excited.
It's just scary. Not the leaving home part, I don't care about that. But you have 4 years to ensure that you have a future. It's a lot of pressure, isn't it? When my parents were kids, you didn't have to go to college. I bet in 10 years you'll need your master's to even be considered for a job. I'm also scared of the debt, you know?
Did your parents set up a college fund?
Nah, they didn't really have that kind of money. They did good for a while, but my dad's work hasn't been going so well.
He's a
Do you
writer,
know what you want to
right?
go for?
My mom said that when she was a kid, mind you, I don't know if women were allowed in college back then.
What?
You just went for whatever you wanted, and the degree meant you were educated and had the qualities of a working professional. But now, pick a major, get good at it, stick to it, and maybe you'll get a job.
Yeah, it really does seem like that sometimes.
It's 1999, and the economy is terrible compared to my parents' day. Imagine what it'll be like for our kids' if we don't get our shit together.
Yeah, it's scary, but you need to face that reality eventually. What are you leaning towards?
Computers, probably. Maybe I'll make computer games.
Huh.
I can't imagine they'll have a major for it, but I'm good at math, and I hear making games is all math.
Hey, when Japanese developers make games, do they program in Japanese?
Way to listen to the conversation, dude.
Huh. I have no idea. I wonder if they have to translate programming language.
They don't. All programming is done in English, unless you're working in pure binary. Then you just have ones and zeros.
How do you know this?
Oh yeah, I've tried making games before. I used Objective-C. It's pretty fun. Not great at making graphics, but I'm getting there.
That's awesome! You'll have to show us something sometime.
Yeah, maybe. Most of them suck, but I'm getting better at it.
What, do you, like, learn from a book?
Yeah, I got this 5,000-page book on game programming. It came with a CD. Every day I try and do some of the example. I want to get to the point where I don't need to check the book if I want to add features.
Huh. So that was a really long conversation, mostly just character building stuff. Ugh.
Oh, I think that's the strip mall up there. Let's go get something to eat at Burger Joint before hitting up the record store.
Beer bottle collector. My wife made me sell my beer bottle collection. At least we have money now for more beer. I made my husband sell his beer bottle collection so that we would have money to pay for rent. How expensive were those bottles? Birthday boy. Today's my birthday. Grumpy old man. All these cheap foreign cars look the same. Well, that's funny. It's probably because they're all like the same model, just with different textures. Oh, is this Beatrice? James sent you? Wow. I forgot about that guy. I can't believe he's a ghost now, too. Huh, how about that? Well, thanks for the message. Let him know I said okay. Okay. Wasn't his message something about, like, how he would love her forever? Or... I'm recording this on a different day. I don't remember what his message was.
I remember sitting at the burger joint wondering why I wasn't more like Michael or Rory. Michael, concerned about the future. Rory, someone who had something to aspire to.
Because you have no future.
At the time, I told myself I had a purpose. I was looking for Semi Park.
Ah, okay. Not much of a purpose, though, given that she is no longer alive. It's a pointless obsession.
I was going to find her, save her, I don't know. Something was going to happen.
Yeah, this is escapism to avoid dealing with reality.
Somehow there would be meaning in all this craziness.
So, how about that economy?
I don't recommend looking for meaning in, like, a lot of aspects of life. It's just gonna lead you down a lot of crazy rabbit holes most of the time.
Yeah.
Really seems like the world is going to shit, doesn't it? First Alex loses Sammy, I lose Carrie, the economy is tanking.
Yeah, those things are totally comparable. The dude in a parasocial relationship with a not alive person is totally comparable to losing your family member.
Future looks bleak in 1999, boys.
Must be Y2K.
What's Y2K?
Bullshit that his mom works as a computer person and he doesn't know what the Y2K bug is. Actually, you know what? That tracks. He's just that self-involved. He doesn't know.
It's some computer virus or something that's going to destroy modern society at midnight on New Year's.
Not exactly. Computers only count the last 2 digits of a number, so they don't know the difference between 2000 or 1900. This will cause various problems with dates and finances, and will probably cause a big mess. People all over the world are panicking.
Yeah, there was straight up, like, doomsday preparations. People were convinced that, like, the nukes would all go off because the computer would malfunction or whatever. It was nuts. And for a long time, a lot of people used to scoff at it, like, oh, we were silly to be afraid of that. It ended up being nothing. But then, I think it only became common knowledge a little bit after that, that the only reason it wasn't actually a huge issue with a lot of electronic systems, like, run by computers going down, is that the programmers and stuff all worked tirelessly to fix and patch the Y2K bug so that it wouldn't be an issue.
When 2000 rolls around, all the computers will crash and nuclear bombs will go off or something.
Is this real? Like, is this really going to happen?
I was, like, literally 5 at the time, so I found out about all of this later, but yeah, people really believed all this.
Probably. I don't know. I think I'd kind of like to see it happen.
Definitely would shake things up.
Sorry. Just woke up again.
What's wrong with you guys? That would cause serious problems. This is crazy. How have I never heard of this before?
Probably because you live under a posh little rock and only hear about the things your mommy wants you to hear about.
Screw you, man.
Maybe that's why everything is going to shit. Maybe the world will end in the year 2000. We'll all die, and our souls will float up into the soul space.
Could you imagine?
I wonder if the world ending in the year 2000 is just, like, Alex becoming obsessed with the Y2K bug and seeing it as the main villain of his story, but then he, like, manifests this apocalypse as a meteor with his face on it because it's actually been him that's the problem with his life the whole time.
I could, but I didn't like it.
Everything that I just said sounds insane if you don't know how this game ends, but it's, like, extremely abstract.
Do you really think Y2K could have something to do with Sammy's disappearance?
No, I mean, that's a computer problem, right?
Yeah, see, he's got this thing where he wants to link everything back to his obsessions. Like, it all has to link back to Semi.
But then again, the world does feel like it's falling apart. All that war and whatnot overseas.
What wars?
Ooh boy.
Oh, there are a few, like the insurgency in Ogaden, Nepalese Civil War, Republic of the Congo Civil War, Kosovo War, Eritrean Ethiopian War, Sierra Leone Civil War, and the war for our minds fought every day in the newspapers.
Okay, so I've heard people complain about the writing here, but I think what this shows is that Rory is so much of a pacifist that he takes note of all current active wars on the planet at any given time.
I had no idea there were so many wars happening. What are they fighting over?
Probably over the right to have more wars. Isn't that what war is usually about? War for war's sake?
No, it's usually like resources. That's like the majority of it.
So uninformed. Jeez, I used to read the newspaper in college, but I only read as Honest in 1999.
Yeah.
Okay, enough of this depressing chatter. Shall we proceed to the record shop?
Shall we shall?
Let us shall.